The LinkedIn Podcast Network is sponsored by TIAA. TIAA makes you a retirement promise, a promise of a guaranteed retirement paycheck for life. Learn more at TIAA.org/promises pay off.
Hey, before we get started, I just wanted to make a quick plug for my weekly newsletter. It's totally free, and it's a great way to get the best, most useful ideas from nonfiction without having to, read a ton of books. I do that for you, along with my team, and we highlight the ideas that we think will change your life for the better. To sign up, use the link in the episode notes or go to Next Big Idea on LinkedIn. Thanks. Now on with the show.
LinkedIn presents.
Hi, this is the Next Big Idea Daily. I'm your host, Michael Kovnat, and it's Monday. So how are your finances? All good? Are you meeting your daily needs, putting enough aside for a rainy day? You paying off all your debts? And if you've got the basics taken care of, do you also have a diverse portfolio of investments? Do you even know what's going on with your money? Or like many of us, do you only have a vague sense of it? In that case, maybe you're ready for a money reset. Whether you're just starting out, mid-career, or approaching retirement, there's no time like the present to get your financial house in order. And here to help is Emmy-nominated, two-time Gracie Award-winning business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Jill hosts the podcast and nationally syndicated radio show Jill on Money, and she joins us now to share some tips on how to make your money power the life you want to live.
Many of us fantasize about making proactive changes to our lives, whether it's telling a boss to take a job and shove it, finding a new place to live, or simply listening to a quiet internal voice that says we must step back and figure out a new path. But relatively few of us turn those fantasies into reality. We get stuck in neutral, unable to break with our existing reality and take meaningful action. To reset to a new place, you have to understand where you are today. You have to take a good, hard look. That starts with calculating what you own, or assets, and what you owe, liabilities. Importantly, once you've tallied all of your assets, ask yourself which of them are liquid. That is, the ones that you can convert easily to cash without any lag time or without creating a major tax burden. When you're going through a transition, so much will be unknown, and you might need more cash than you think to cover expenses you never could have predicted, to maintain a lifestyle to which you've become accustomed, or simply to give yourself the peace of mind that only an ample safety net can provide. Taking the time to take a good hard look is the key to learning whether your dreams of making a change are realistic, or maybe you'll need to tone down those dreams just a bit while still getting most of what you want. Maybe the knowledge that you could make a change is all you really needed in the first place. Regardless, taking a good hard look will provide you with more control, allowing you to take smarter, more thoughtful, and perhaps more nuanced risks. Okay, in addition to tallying up what you've saved and any of those obligations that you've accumulated, you'll also need a detailed understanding of your spending habits to begin your great money reset. Uh-oh, I hear you groaning. Look, I didn't say budget or even cash flow, because I know that would be a turnoff. But here's the issue. People discount the idea of focusing on their spending or consumption because doing so forces us to look at our spending habits and examine what's really going on behind the behavior. You might think you have to blow your life savings to make a big change. Maybe not. People from all walks of life have been rethinking their consumption habits, and you can do the same with an eye toward reducing expenses and directing those resources toward your dreams. Rather than arriving at ironclad judgments about any particular consumption choice, it's most helpful simply to become more mindful of how we're spending our hard-earned money and how it makes us feel. But uncovering our spending rules isn't straightforward. It leads us into the complex netherworld that is emotions. Here are some questions that I recommend asking to help you understand your consumer behavior and the underlying psychology as completely as possible. Question number 1. What do I really need in my life, and what do I only think I need? Question number 2, do I ever find myself feeling guilty, insecure, or anxious about a purchase I make? Question number 3, do I find myself making impulsive purchases? If so, when and why? The answers to these questions could help you curb your consumption, paving the way to your great money reset. Diversification is not dead. I'm here to announce that asset allocation and diversification are not old-timey tropes. They still work, and they're critically important for people who are undertaking significant money resets. Disciplined investing can enable you to make major life or career changes without jeopardizing your entire future. And it can also help you navigate times of uncertainty, like what we've seen over the past few years and are likely to encounter in the future. The key to successful investing is not to be some sort of genius. You don't need to stay one step ahead of markets. The key to successful investing is to not blow it by avoiding unforced errors. Don't follow those who are looking for the next rocket ship stock. Slow and steady and passive wins the day. That said, if you want to take a flyer on crypto, your company stock, your cousin's great investment idea, make sure you limit that great idea to less than 5% of your total invested assets. And one more thing here. Focusing on one horrible year can divert your attention from your long-term goals. The performance you hope to achieve with a diversified portfolio will come with good and bad years. I'm sorry, that's just the facts. Just try to drown out the noise and focus on what you can control as you begin your great money reset. Planning a reset can help you break through fear. Many people start thinking about a money reset only after a momentous event that has shaken up their life. They scramble to reorient their finances, a process that can feel stressful and even impossible, especially when those emotions are on fire. Whatever your specific scenario, planning in advance for a potential great money reset can benefit all of us enormously. I found that the process itself can allow us to break through our fears and actually take a big step, as it gives us time to acclimate ourselves emotionally to the idea of change. Thinking proactively about our finances, sacrificing a bit financially right now, and doing some hard work on ourselves, we can position ourselves to move decisively toward our dreams when the right time arrives. And look, if we don't wind up making the specific change we envision, we can still leave ourselves better positioned to handle unforeseen circumstances that might arise, to indulge new desires that might materialize, or simply to enjoy more financial security. Ultimately, planning for a great money reset is about building more financial resilience and maximizing the opportunities open to us down the road. By taking responsibility now for our own future happiness, we can increase the odds that we'll feel empowered and in control of our destinies later on. As I wrote this book, I realized a great money reset isn't fundamentally about money. It's about rethinking our lives. Money is just the vehicle. It gives us a tangible means of approaching and apprehending our intangible feelings. Life is so short, and few regrets loom so large as the opportunities you didn't take, the boldness you didn't show. If you have aspirations or ambitions you've long subdued, I urge you to take them seriously. Don't chain yourself to what is comfortable and familiar. Don't satisfy yourself with the usual distractions. Take a chance. Strike out in a new direction. Do it intelligently, thoughtfully, deliberately, and incrementally. You can turn upheaval into opportunity, and you owe it to yourself and those around you to try.
Well, there you have it. If you want to dive deeper into a money reset, get a copy of Jill's book from your favorite bookstore. And now that we've helped get your finances in order, come back tomorrow when we'll see what we can do for your diet. We'll hear from Janet Charzan and Kima Cargill, the authors of the book Anxious Eaters: Why We Fall for Fad Diets. I'm Michael Kovnat. See you tomorrow.